Okay, so I haven't been making videos for a while. I'm sorry. It's kind of... I got, tired, I guess. I've been freaking tired from work lately. So I stopped doing videos for the most part. And I've been really into reading books. I've been actually thinking about, like, trying to maybe read books on, and post them online or something, because they're, read them out loud, because they're Chinese books. There's no real copyright in the U.S. for them. They're xanxia novels or whatever that I've been reading. So that might actually be a thing I could do. But at the same time, if I did that, I'd probably have to rename my channel to something somewhat less gaming related. But yeah, that's pretty much why I'm gone. Anyway, I figured since one of my favorite streamers has been getting into playing Warframe lately, because I only really like watching two streamers. And they're both really, really small. Like, one's Ralphie and the other is Sheriff Ray, and they're both on DLive. Both of them are just kind of chill people I like talking to while they're playing. So Sheriff Ray, though, started playing Warframe, and I'm like, alright, hey, cool. I know he watches, or at least I know he's subscribed to my channel. I don't know if he actually ever watches any of it, but I figured, okay, cool. You know what? I saw one of those, and I'm just going to go through all of my Warframes and why I use them and what their setups are, because I figured I'd show them off to him and anybody else who's playing. That way it's kind of, you know. Anyway, first of all, we got my, I'm not going to go through all my Warframes, actually. I'm just going to go through all of the ones that I have loadout pre-saved for. So, first of all, we're going to go with, I have Oberon Prime. The build I'm running is pretty much, it's like duration and range is all I got. I don't have any of the special mods or whatever for him that change things up, though I could easily fit it on, obviously. Probably switch out Vitality, because even though health is really good, the main thing I need from this guy is armor, because he can heal himself. So, with that said, that, and like anytime I cast an ability, 120% energy spent is converted to shield, so I can shield up instantly while healing, due to the auger mods running on him. Actually, now that I think about it, where is my auger? Yeah, auger accord. 180%. Nah, I'm gonna leave it. Wait, no, it's 180%. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it, because armor is what I want more, and meh. It would increase a bit, but I'm not really sure about it yet, and I'm gonna play with that after this. I'm gonna try that. But for now, that's what I'm running. And then a Bratton Prime, and the main reason I'm running the Bratton Prime is because I have the Bratton Gelatox Riven, which is just innate viral, basically, but the way I modded this around, it runs Blast and Corrosive instead, which is pretty damn good. Knock them on their ass and rip away the armor. On top of that, I'm using the Dex Furies. This gun I'm running on most of my weapons, actually. It's mostly just kind of a fast shooting gun to take down nullifier bubbles, especially for ones that aren't running like Bratton, which is another fast firing gun, but something, because not all of them are running that. Some of them are running slower shooting guns, but Dex Furies just take out nullifier bubbles as quick as I can. Running the Guandao, but honestly, for the most part, I switch out my melee weapon a lot, especially on this build. Something with a nice wide range is pretty good in any case. Going up to the top, I have tank build. Essentially, I just use this build when I'm basically running out of freaking room before I die. When I'm going to die at any second, I run with, or when I don't know if I can handle the thing without dying and just have somebody else, and I need somebody else, and somebody else is basically carrying the actual mission, I use this so I can run Iron Skin and try to survive. I don't necessarily like anything on it. It's Oxjara Redeemer Prime, which is actually a really good gun. It's one of my favorite melee weapons, melee gun things. And Taxon, for extra shield. This is basically survivability. Taxon I do run a lot, and the sweeper, which is Toxin and Blast right now. I need to add another element to it. Actually, I didn't show you the companion on my healer, actually. So which is Lucky, obviously. It's basically for getting more loot every once in a while. To be honest, I mainly run Lucky because, frankly, I don't really have any reason not to. Stealth. Okay. Stealth is Loki Prime. I run the Fullman, which is by far my favorite gun. To be mainly because, first of all, it's the primary fire, boom, take out a couple people, and then secondary fire, it's auto. When you switch it around to fully auto, you can just take out nullifier bubbles really fast, so you don't even need the Dex Furies. But I still have it mainly because I don't really have any good guns besides that. I need to build a kit gun at some point, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I don't really like doing the open world stuff, so I don't level it. Haven't leveled it yet. Z-Stick is what I'm running on it, mainly because I have this, which is channeling damage and finisher damage, so like stealth damage and shit. And since it doesn't really take much to go into stealth with this build, I can just kind of switch into stealth and take the shit out. The Fullman is built. I need to start forming this and add more shit because I have 2 mod slots that I haven't even touched yet. So I do need to start messing with this, but because I just got thermite round, I'm gonna run that. So I'm gonna run this eventually. I haven't quite gotten around to setting this up fully, but when I do, it'll be pretty badass. I'm quite confident. Again, Dex Furies. It's just kind of I like the gun overall, and I don't really love most of the secondaries so far, really, in this game. Mainly because I haven't gotten a kit gun yet. I really want one of those freaking Catch Moon kit gun. Z-Stick, I showed you that. Okay, and the build. I have 2 builds that I have for this. It's primarily just kind of stealth, and then I put all of the auger mods that I could get, that I got on there, on this build, or that I have so far on this build. So it's basically I hit stealth and then bump up my shield and run like hell. But I also have this mod, which is based off pretty much. It's kind of similar, but it's more of a half-baked build. 190% range with it lowers the efficiency a little, and I have less shields, but it is actually still pretty damn good. Plus, radiating disarm start making my enemies hit each other, but I'm still playing around with this one, so I'm actually gonna keep it here for now. Anyway, and then okay, and obviously since I'm doing this, I'm using Shade for my companion and Sweeper again, my shotgun, because I don't like using shotguns. I tend to put my shotgun with all my mods on my companion when I'm using one of those. Support. It's called support, but really it's whatever the hell I'm leveling. So right now I'm leveling Meyer and Nova, but yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of. Nothing there is really that great. This. Okay, anyway, this one I really haven't messed with much, but it's essentially it's meant to be kind of a polarized build for mag, so they can pop up the AoE and just shoot into it to hit the living crap out of it. So yeah, it's basically it's gonna go bit of duration, but yeah, 165% duration, but 190% range. Yeah, range and duration pretty much is all it's really running, but get as many people as I can into it, and then shoot the crap out of it with the Attica. Main reason I'm running this is because it's the only gun I have that I know for sure is that's fully automatic, and I know for sure is bullets. I think I'm going to replace it with the Boltor Prime once I get the Boltor Prime. That or I need to mod the crap out of it, because I actually do like the gun, but it's kind of, I need to add more forma to it or something, or something. I think I'm going to wait to actually do the Boltor Prime instead, but it's good. Anyway, twin Grakatas. I do like these guns. They're not as flashy as the Dex Furies, but I think these are actual bullets. I can't quite tell, but I think these are actual bullets. The main reason I pulled it, because they look like it. Then the Tybo Prime, I don't remember what the fuck, but anyway, it's just not entirely sure why I chose this one, to be honest. I haven't chosen a companion on this one for some reason. I didn't have one for some reason. Anyway, let's throw Helios and Deconstructor Prime. Shit, I don't even have anything cool on the Deconstructor Prime. Oh, let's put on something else then. Fuck. Well, I don't know. Apparently, I didn't have anything good. Fuck. I don't know. Sweeper. Okay, anyway. Speed, pretty obvious. That's that one's going to be Volt Prime. I actually Zephyr Prime would work pretty well for a speed build too, because I do really like Zephyr, but this one's Volt, kind of dodgy looking bastard. Going really fast, blowing 3 people away at once with the Fullman. Dex Furies, take off the freaking nullifier bubbles as quick as I can. And Type Out Prime again. I'm not entirely sure why I keep choosing this weapon. It's just kind of... I don't really like... it's not that I don't like the melee weapons. It's just that, to be honest, I like shooting. I just feel like shooting most of the time. I'm running Shade because I do like just being kind of ninja when I can. And if I can just kind of slip past a bunch of people going super fast, then, I don't know, I like that idea. Rather than dealing with a bunch of hordes coming my way. Oh yeah, I already showed you heals, because that's my favorite, just Oberon. Zone Defense. Frost Prime, definitely one of my favorites of all, for sure. This build's mainly running range. Mainly because I don't have a lot of power strength mods. The only power strength mod I have is, shit, what's it called? Yeah, I only have the Intensify. I don't have Primed Intensify or anything else for power strength. Because what I do need to do is at some point is switch these around so that it's more armor and power strength to build pure defense, whereas this one is mainly kind of avalanche is what you use. 160%. Even this, it's not 100. It's not my maximum possible. It's more of a hybrid, really, between range and kind of defense. But Snow Globe is awesome. I do love that one. I do need to make it smaller though. It's a little annoying. I'll probably change that at some point, but anyway. And again, it's running the Bratton Prime, mainly because, again, I have that freaking Riven. Atarax, because I want to be able to hit as many things as possible, just cut them down when I'm in my zone. And they're all slowed down. More Shield, because I just want to stay alive. And Sweeper, obviously, because I don't like shotguns. Sentinel Killer. This one is Excalibur Umbra. And it pretty much just uses all the same mods from the base damage plus a couple extra. So, and again, I kind of switch these around to try to do as many different types of damage as possible. Actually, what I should do right here is switch this to Dex Furies, because it runs pretty much the same, except puncture, and I don't have any puncture. This is slash, gas and magnetic, puncture, blast and corrosive. But yeah, Exalted Blade. I actually need to change this around because I think I needed Exalted Blade to be magnetic for some fight at one point, and I haven't changed it back since. What it should be is corrosive. Fever strike. Yep. No. There we go. Corrosive and cold. I'm good with that. But yeah. And then Taxon for a little bit extra. Shield. And again, Sweeper, obviously. Next we have Wisp Open World. This one is really not a great build. I built it primarily because I wanted to build a kind of a something to just use the teleport synergy between her abilities, so that I can shoot or aim with my sniper rifle, then breach surge over to one of my reservoirs and teleport around just to get around the open world map. So far, it hasn't worked out well, but we'll see if I can get this to be working a bit better later. But yeah. Hand of Gul'dan. Actually, I haven't messed with this for a while. I think I haven't messed this since I freaking added a bunch of shit to it. I really need to start just putting a bunch of extra crap I forgot to fucking do. Viral and corrosive. Yeah, not since I finished ranking it up. I haven't messed with it. Huh. So actually, this is pretty cool because right now I'm running it a blast, viral, and corrosive build. So where was I running? What was that mod I'm looking for? Yep, Fury. No, not that. Fury. Though I'm just going as fast as I possibly can to kind of knock people down, poison them, and strip away their armor. It's like a tri-stat mod, or tri-stat build, so it's actually pretty badass right now. Plus, I have a contagion thing, which bomb shit with my fucking melee and air. And then Oxalis, obviously, for I use this one for fishing, and Sweeper because, again, no shotguns. Vectis because sniper rifles are neat. I actually should probably mod this a bit different. I'm not entirely sure why I modded it. I probably modded it because these were the two mods I had that were so good. We'll see. I don't really. I'll mess with it again later. All right, and switching over to Fairy Queen. This one, mainly because I wanted a build to be able to just switch to the Fairy Queen, or to Titania anytime I wanted. To be honest, the build itself isn't really well thought out. It's just kind of I wanted to be able to be Titania. Like that, Oxalis. Yeah, actually I'm going to keep Oxalis because, frankly, this is a really good one for open world anyway. So, yeah. Hand of Gul'dan is pretty much the same, except for the Fulman is different as the last build. So, yeah. Anyway, those were my builds. I'm actually going to show off real quick why Oberon is awesome, because Oberon is awesome to you before I go, but that's about it. That's like all of my builds. And a brief summary on why I chose most of them. Anyway, so here's why he's awesome. Because between the freaking this thing and the toxic lawn that poisons irradiates all my enemies, has a chance to give them the irradiation status effect, which will have them attacking the nearest person to them, including their allies, not just you. So, and with this amount of range, it's pretty badass. Plus, I have this healing, so it self-heals me anytime I take damage, and it gives me 260 extra armor. Until I run out of energy, so I have like 35 energy left. It's going to be down in a few seconds. I'll run out, but Anyway, it's pretty badass, I think. Yeah, that's all. Other than that, it's oh, and Loki. I probably should tell you, make sure that I did tell you Loki. My Loki can be invisible for like 20 seconds. So that's why I use Loki. Is because yep, 19 seconds of invisibility. I was thinking about actually running Ivara, but frankly, I can't stand how slow she is. And I love how, because hers can actually run longer than Loki. The problem is she's just really slow. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna pop out of here. I was using Dread for this, but because Dread is badass as all hell. But yeah, frankly, I didn't want to. I've just been too in love with the Fulman to run anything else. Anyway, yeah, I gotta actually go this time before I spit off and say random shit again. Anyway, yeah, kill me. I'm gonna read a book. Let me know if that's a good idea to just like start reading out loud a bunch of books that I'm reading. Like one I'm reading is like The Beauty and the Bodyguard was one of them that I might actually want to start reading from the beginning. So that would probably be one I'd want to go for. And then like Ancient Medical Sovereign or some shit. Anyway, I gotta actually do something besides rambling on and on, because frankly you've already tuned out. I know you've already tuned out. It's cool. I'm gonna pass out pretty soon anyway. I'm rambling because I'm tired. That's what it is. Anyway, yeah, fuck me.